Okay, so you know how some games are just different, like
Yeah.
really unique, maybe even a bit weird, and they totally divide people.
Yeah, you either love them or you just don't click.
Exactly. And then what happens when the sequel comes along? Does it try to be more normal? Or does it double down on the weirdness while maybe smoothing out the edges?
That's the big question, isn't it? And it perfectly sets up what we're diving into today. Death Stranding 2, on the beach.
The highly anticipated sequel, reviews are all over the place, in a good way, I think, calling it wilder, wider, and more workable on one hand.
And an almighty achievement on the other. It's definitely making waves.
Right. So our mission today is basically to sift through these early reviews, pull out the key takeaways, and give you a quick rundown on what makes this game tick.
Let's do it. Where should we start? Gameplay.
Yeah, let's start there. The first game's core loop delivering packages was, well, infamous for some. How's that evolved?
It's still there, the whole take thing, carry thing, deliver thing idea. But the big news is it's faster, much more accessible right from the start.
Okay, so no more 10 bad hours memes.
Huh, probably not. Reviewers are really highlighting that. One said it eases you in faster, gives you more tools up front.
And lets you get to the good stuff quicker.
Pretty much. You're not waiting ages to really get into the meat of the game, the fun parts. That initial friction seems to be way down.
That sounds like a smart move. What about combat and stealth? They felt a bit secondary in the first one sometimes.
They've definitely gotten a bigger role this time. Traversal is still king, obviously, but you're seeing more combat, more stealth opportunities.
How so? Like, what's new?
Well, there's a wider range of weapons. They mentioned bolo guns, tasers, even those blood-based grenades are back, but maybe expanded. Leads to more dust-ups, as one review put it.
Okay.
And stealth is apparently much better balanced, more flexible, challenging, but empowering. Enemies evolve, too, apparently, which keeps things interesting. It feels more core to the experience now.
So, more tools for fighting, but the world itself is still fighting back, right? Apocalyptic weather, structures falling apart.
Oh, yeah. The environment is still a major character, major challenge. But Sam's toolkit is way bigger.
Beyond just ladders and ropes.
Definitely. New vehicles, zip lines are back, of course, but also tram systems, lots of different ways to get around this world, which they say is more varied and mechanically engaging.
And things like day-night cycles actually matter for planning routes.
Exactly. It makes you think more deliberately.
Wow.
Plus, there's this whole skill point system now. You can invest points to unlock gear, boost stats, tailor Sam to how you want to play. Sneaky Sam, shooty Sam. More agency.
That sounds like a really significant upgrade in terms of player choice. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. The story. Kojima's signature style, is it back in full force?
Oh, 100%. The setup is 11 months after the first game, Sam's trying to live a quiet life, but Fragile pulls him back in.
For another big connection quest.
Yep, extending the Chiron network this time to places like Mexico and Australia, apparently. Trying to reconnect what's left of the world.
And the weirdness. The Kojima-ness.
It's all there. Reviewers talk about captivating characters, but also how it gets too silly at times.
But that's part of the appeal, right?
Yeah, paradoxically, it adds to its charm. And it's still tackling big themes. Reliance on tech, digital versus physical life, super relevant post-COVID.
Right. Absolutely.
Also stuff about art versus AI, critiques of gun culture. It's dense, a strong story working on multiple levels.
And the cast delivering this, Norman Reedus is back as Sam, obviously.
Yeah, and they say his performance is great, really understated, like a human frigid brick wall, relying on the weight of silences.
Interesting.
And the supporting cast sounds amazing, too. Leah Seydoux as Fragile. This guy, Luca Marinelli, is a new character, Neil. And Troy Baker is back as Higgs, apparently stealing scenes.
Oh, Higgs is back. Wow.
Even the little doll man on your belt gets personality. Quoting Moby Dick, it just sounds like a fantastic ensemble.
Okay, visually, I assume it's stunning. The first one looked incredible.
Absolutely gorgeous by all accounts.
Yeah.
Stunning art design, damn near photorealistic. The Decima engine is clearly doing work. Character models, textures, really tactile.
But I heard the sound design is maybe even more important.
That's what multiple reviews emphasize. It's like a character itself.
Yeah.
Hyper-realistic environmental sounds reign, mud squelching.
Immersion.
Totally. And it shifts dynamically.
Yeah.
Especially with the BTs, those creepy invisible things. Ambient noise drops. Sam's heartbeat gets louder. You have to listen. Listening is more important than what you can see.
Wow, okay. So wrapping it all up, what's the general feeling? Is Death Stranding 2 a worthy successor?
Overwhelmingly positive, it seems. described as larger, better looking, and more developed than the first, which was already impressive.
And it fixed some of the frustrations.
Yeah, it removes almost all of the friction, offers a more diverse, engaging, and mechanically interesting experience, just feels more confident and better designed.
So even for people who maybe bounced off the first one,
It sounds like this one might pull them back in. Definitely seems like a buy for fans and maybe for newcomers willing to embrace its uniqueness now that it's perhaps a bit more welcoming.
it makes you think, though. The game is all about connections saving humanity, right? Building networks.
Right, bridging divides.
But does all that connection, all that tech, could it eventually become the danger itself? Like, are the connections we build becoming more fragile or even more perilous than being isolated?
That's a deep cut. The game makes you respect its world's physics, the weight of carrying things. Maybe it's also asking us to think about the physics of human connection itself. Something to chew on.